is I had high hopes for this show. When I saw the trailer, when you pitched it to me, I was like, okay, I agree with you. I think this is I think it's an interesting concept of a bounty hunter who has to get demons and bring them back to hell. And if they had actually really leaned into that as the concept of the show, I think it would have been better. The problem is, like I said, it's a 4-hour movie, so there's a little bit of that. But like if you go to watch a regular movie, like go so if you'll allow me for a moment. Sean and I, years and years ago, did a long road to ruin for Ghostbusters. And I said, did you notice there's not a lot of ghostbusting in Ghostbusters? There's the opening Slimer scene.
There's the
Then
montage.
There's the montage, and then we're done. The rest of it is illusion. Like you have Ray and Winston, after they've hired him, kind of talking about it, but they're having more of a discussion of, is this the end of days? Is hell rising? Is hell rising to the earth? They're not dealing with ghostbusting anymore. They're dealing with Dana and Gozer, but that's it. The actual, you only see them ghostbusting once. It's when they go after Slimer. The rest of the movie is quick montages, and it's mostly just them coming out with traps. And then it's not even that anymore. It's magazine covers. That's what this felt like. This felt like just a 4-hour version of Ghostbusters where we're going to see a little bit of what the pitch is. Because the elevator pitch is, what if we had a bounty hunter who takes demons back to hell? Great. Here's money. Go make me that show. Go make me that movie. And they show you a little bit of it. But the rest of it is him trying to make amends with his family. The rest of it is dealing with the real antagonist of the show, which is the ex-wife's current husband or whatever the hell he is. It's
boyfriend, fiance, guy who apparently thinks that putting on a cowboy hat is all he needs to distinguish the fact that his entire identity is that he's a Red Sox fan.
Yeah. There's an entire episode or so dedicated to, Jolene. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't dislike it. It was entertaining, and Kevin Bacon's a really good actor, so that was kind of enough. But did it follow through on the premise as promised? Not really, and that's a frustration of mine. That's why I was comparing it to Ghostbusters, because you could have gotten away with this in a traditional 2-hour movie. It kind of fails as a 4-hour movie that is masquerading as a television show.
Definitely. I compare it a lot to Supernatural if they had just cut out a lot of the monster of the week. This show could have greatly benefited from a few more episodes with just some fun filler monsters. Just a couple. It's like, just a couple. Yeah, this isn't really a big major demon. It's just this jackass got out of hell and he's trying to, start some shit, or
trying to fuck. This week, Kevin Bacon's trying to fuck a demon. Next week, he'll try to fuck another demon. Will he? Probably. Sorry. That was last week's joke with Dorian. The Patton Oswalt rom-com setup is always so-and-so is trying to fuck. Sorry. Back to you.
But yeah, we only have 5 demons in the whole thing to set up the 5 signs of the pentagram.
Right.
And again, so much of this show just really doesn't feel like they were willing or able to take advantage of the creativity that was allotted to them. This show really feels like someone had a fun idea and then corporate came down and said, okay, now you can only do this much, but we've got this and this. No, you can only do this much. It feels like a child on a leash. That's like,
I'll tell you what it actually is. I'll tell you what it actually is. I bet this got pitched as a movie. And they were like, well, we don't really want movies. Let me take a step back. They pitched a movie, and Amazon, that's great. Here's money to go do your thing, but can you make it a television show? If it's a television show, people will spend longer on the streaming app than if it's a movie. If it's a movie, they'll only spend 2 hours on it. If it's a show, they'll spend 4, 6, 8, 10 hours on the show, and that's preferable to 2. And they were like, it's a movie. like we're not. It's not a television show. It's a movie. We want to make a movie. They were like, I hear what you're saying, but if you want this sack of money with the dollar sign on it, you're going to make a TV show out of this. So they basically threw in a bunch of filler and shot their movie, and then they shot a 4-hour movie, and then the editor had the easiest job in the world. Like, I don't have to. Like, so Bob the editor, here's what we need from you. Leave everything in. The fuck am I here for then? Well, we need you to kind of find break points because we need to make this a 30-minute episode per 30-minute episode show. That's it. That's my job. Yes, that's your job.